We are so very pleased to have you here today in order to witness your loved one's graduation from the University of Detroit Mercy School of Dentistry. In order to ensure the ceremony progresses smoothly and for the safety of our graduates, we ask that you to please refrain from using the 3 center aisles for photography purposes. Photographers and videographers are welcome to stand along the left side of the aisle of the arena. In order to allow your fellow guests to hear every part of the ceremony, crying children should be taken to the lobby. Also, restrooms are located to your left as you exit the arena. Please remember to switch your cell phones to vibrate at this time. Again, we are so very pleased to have you as our guest on this special day.
Okay, good morning. You may be seated. Welcome to the University of Detroit Mercy School of Dentistry 91st Commencement Ceremony honoring the class of 2024. I'm Dr. John Ryder, Associate Dean for Academic Administration and the Grand Marshal for today's ceremony. Before we begin the ceremony, I must respectfully ask everyone with a cell phone to please silence it. In addition, would all non-university photographers and videographers please refrain from using the aisleways and the area in front of the stage out of consideration for fellow guests and graduates. Thank you for your cooperation. Will everyone please stand while the invocation is preferred by Father Patrick Dorsey. Please remain standing after the invocation for the singing of the anthems, the lyrics of which appear in your programs.
Let us pray. Good and gracious God, you always show mercy towards those who love you, and you are never far away from those who seek you. Today, as we honor these graduates of the dental school, we do so with grateful hearts. Please, Lord, bless the faculty for nurturing the gifts, talents, and abilities of these future dentists, dental hygienists, and specialists as they recall the past years of study. Help them remember the support they received along the way. May they embrace their bright futures with confidence and compassion. And in doing so, Lord, help them achieve the Jesuit ideal of uniting the mind with the heart. As they embark on the professional journey, remain with them as they serve the people they will come to know and guide them according to your will. May they always remember that their skills and knowledge are not just for personal gain, but for the betterment of the community. Shelter them with your protection day by day. Give them the light of your grace by night, and as their companion on the journey, help them bring to completion the good work you have started in them. We ask this in your name. Amen.
I'm going to sing the national anthems now. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us commend. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam? whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, you may be seated. It's my privilege to present the platform party, beginning with the front row to my far left, your right, Dr. Todd Christie, President of the Michigan Dental Association, Miss Sandy Sutton, President of the Michigan Dental Hygienists Association, Miss Deborah Steifel, Vice President for Enrollment, Management, and Student Affairs, Mr. Tom Mansior, Vice President of Business and Administration, Professor Pamela Zarkowski, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Donald Taylor, President of the University of Detroit Mercy, Dr. Mert Aksu, Dean of the School of Dentistry, Dr. William Chase, alumnus from the class of 1972 and keynote speaker, Mr. Michael McNamara, Chair of the Board of the Trustees, Father Charles Oduke, Vice President for Mission Integration, and Dr. Linda Dobus, President of the School of Dentistry Alumni Association. Seated in the back row to my immediate left are Dr. Rosalie Toko Bradley, member of the Board of Trustees, Sister Helen Marie Burns, member of the Board of Trustees, Father Thomas McLean, member of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Ron Fournier, member of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Mary Fisher, member of the Board of Trustees, Professor Kathy Shepard, Associate Dean for Educational Development and Assessment, School of Dentistry, Dr. Juliette Daniels, Associate Dean of Student Services and Enrollment Management, School of Dentistry, Mr. Dennis Carlasso, Interim Vice President of University Advancement, Professor Catherine Snyder, Dean of the College of Engineering and Science, Dr. Marika Nieberg, Dean and Chief Executive Officer of the School of Optometry, Miss Monica Barber, Senior Attorney and Corporate Secretary, and Dr. Karen Lee, Associate Vice President of Academic Administration. Dean Aksu will now deliver the opening remarks. Dr. Aksu.
Well, good morning, everybody. President Taylor, Provost Zarkowski, and dignitaries, Dr. Chase, honored guests, faculty, and friends. Let me begin by offering again my heartfelt congratulations to our graduates and a happy Mother's Day weekend to our mothers. Each year when I sit down to ponder what comments I might make today, I realize this defining moment for you holds a similar spirit of change for all of us. Speaking on behalf of the faculty and staff of the School of Dentistry, we are proud of your success. You arrived here as students eager to learn, grow, shape your future. Today, you leave ready to assume the responsibilities of being a professional. With each graduation, I reminisce about my own, remembering myself sitting where you are, all excited about the activities of the day. The one thing I can't remember is the specifics of what was said. And while specific words will elude you as well, that feeling of graduation will last a lifetime. Graduation for everyone is a symbol of transition, reflecting on the time since you started your programs. It's not just the academic rigor you've endured, but the personal growth you've experienced. The path to this day has been paved with a pandemic, academic challenges, triumphs, and invaluable lessons that extend far beyond the clinical skills that you've mastered. Among the most enduring of these lessons that extends beyond the knowledge you've gained or the aptitude you've demonstrated is the attitude you've formed as you approach your future as a professional. Integrity, compassion, empathy, and respect are the cornerstones upon which the profession of dentistry and our mission here at Detroit Mercy stands. These are not just professional attributes, but deeply personal ones that influence how you are perceived as a dental provider. Your character, your commitment to doing what is right, and your dedication to serving others with kindness and understanding will define your career more than any procedure that you've performed or diagnosis you make. You will do more than fix teeth and restore oral health. You will restore dignity, bring smiles back to faces, and in some instances, you will be the first to notice signs of systemic issues that could save a life. The trust placed in you by those you serve is sacred, and it is not earned. It is not just through clinical excellence, but it is through the demonstration of genuine care and respect for your patients' well-beings. As you step into your roles as dental hygienists, dentists, and specialists, remember that your impact extends far beyond the operatory. You are ambassadors of hope, health, and humanity. Every interaction is an opportunity to reinforce that trust in healthcare, to challenge stereotypes, and to lead by example, showing that compassion and competence go hand in hand. To the faculty and staff who have guided and mentored and support these graduates, I extend my deepest gratitude. Your dedication to the success of our students and your unwavering belief in their potential has been instrumental in their journey. Thank you, faculty and staff of the School of Dentistry, for all that you've done for these students. And to the family and friends who've stood by our graduates through every late night, every moment of doubt, and every milestone achieved, your support has been their foundation. Thank you to the friends, family, and significant others for entrusting us with the education of your loved ones and for being their constant source of encouragement. Class of 2024, as you reflect on your time at the University of Detroit Mercy School of Dentistry, recognize that each lesson learned, each friendship forged, and each challenge overcome has prepared you for this moment. As you step into the world as dental professionals, may you continue to uphold the highest standards of ethics and professionalism. May you honor your commitment to your patients by doing the right thing, and honor yourselves that realizing while your formal education program is ending, your professional learning will continue forever. For those of you who may remember, if I had the chance to speak with you upon your arrival, I said that being a professional requires more than aptitude. It requires an attitude. It requires a commitment that sometimes challenges the fabric of who you are. Just like Tiger Woods, we cannot be professionals by hitting a few buckets of balls on the weekend. We must realize that as professionals, the decision to be a professional becomes a lifelong commitment to giving each person we serve the best we can do. In closing, Remember that the true measure of your success will not be counted in the accolades or achievements, but in the lives you touch, the smiles you create, and the legacy of kindness you leave behind. Congratulations, class of 2024. Your journey has only just begun, and I'm confident that the future of dentistry is bright because of you. And now it's my distinct privilege to present to you the president of the University of Detroit Mercy, Dr. Donald Taylor. Thank you very much, President Taylor.
Thank you, Mert. Students, alumni, faculty, staff, trustees, deans, families, friends, and honored guests. Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Pamela Zarkowski, good morning and welcome to the 2024 commencement exercises at University of Detroit Mercy. It is my honor to present the class of 2024. As Dean Aksu mentioned, this is a special weekend, not only for commencement, but Mother's Day weekend as well. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms here. I want to take a moment to honor those of you joining us today, whether in person or virtually, in celebration. As every member of the class of 2024 knows, the road to this milestone has not been traveled alone. The service and support of family and close friends have been invaluable in achieving this dream. At this time, I ask the families, friends, and anyone who has played a role to support these Titans, please stand so we can recognize your efforts. Family, friends? I also want to recognize the members of the class of 2024 who are the first in their family to earn a college degree. For all first-generation students, please stand and be recognized. I know your story. I was once in your place. I was the first person in my family to even attend college, let alone graduate. You're an example for others in your family, your community, to follow the path of education, because you never know where you might go and where you might lead others. Be proud and give back by helping others know and understand your accomplishment. Our mission says we integrate the intellectual, spiritual, ethical, and social development of our students. We see that in so many of you. You have weathered tough class projects, demanding professors, the stress of balancing work and life and class, but you didn't let any of that deter you from your goal. You even lived through the pandemic when it seemed the world might never be the same. Indeed, some of you suffered losses that changed your lives. But you fought and you studied and you worked and you learned, and you are leaving this institution a fuller person, a stronger person, one who knows what you want and how to get it. You have a resilience based on the mercy and Jesuit ideals that will get you through anything that comes at you. Your entire Detroit Mercy experience has been building to this moment. The degrees awarded today are more than your entry into a career. They are a ticket to a new world, one you will make in your field and your career. The charisms of our founding sponsors, the Society of Jesus, the Jesuits, and the Religious Sisters of Mercy, fit so beautifully together because St. Ignatius and Catherine McAuley, who lived centuries apart in different parts of the world, understood the value of learning and of God's place in the world. Mother Catherine McAuley said, "We should be as shining lights, giving light to all." And St. Ignatius said, "Go forth and set the world on fire." These are not mere words. These are challenges that you should carry in your hearts and strive to achieve. After the events, both small and large, of the last 4 years, you should know you can rise to that challenge. We know you can do it because we see you doing it every day on campus and in the clinic for our community and in your fields. It's time to shine. Graduates, as you embark on this next phase of your journey, know that you are the light by which others will see. This celebration is the culmination of years of hard work, but it's also a beginning. Whether you're continuing your academic journey, starting your career in your chosen field, advancing in your profession, taking on a new profession, it's a magical time for each of you. Each of you is on the verge of your future. Each of you is empowered with the tools for success. The possibilities are endless. And remember, you are a Titan, and the world needs Titans. And finally, in the words of the great philosopher Mr. Spock from Star Trek, may you live long and prosper. Godspeed, graduates. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Taylor. It's my distinct pleasure to introduce today's commencement speaker, Dr. William Chase. Dr. Chase is a dental alumnus from the class of 1972, is a remarkable individual whose life blends philanthropy, leadership, compassion, and despite early adversaries, Chase's journey in dentistry exemplifies his unwavering commitment to service and humanitarianism. From his tight-knit dental class to his volunteer work across the globe, Chase's impact has transcended borders and touched the lives of thousands of patients. A steadfast advocate for diversity and inclusion, he champions understanding and acceptance, fostering empathy in all he encounters. With a leadership style that inspires and uplifts, Chase's legacy is etched in acts of kindness that resonate across borders. Dr. Chase.
Thank you, Dr. Ryder. President Taylor, Provost Zarkowski, Dean Aksu, other members of the dais, graduates, and guests. What a delight it is to see so many smiling and relaxed faces in this crowd today. I want to thank Dean Aksu for inviting me to give you this commencement address. I am truly humbled. First, let me congratulate the classes of 2024, the hygiene class, the dental class, and the accelerated dental programs graduates. You should all be very proud of your accomplishments. Give yourselves a round of applause. I also want to recognize your families for the support they so willingly contributed in order for you to reach this truly momentous day. You see, it was only 52 years ago that I sat where you're sitting today. Now, I say 52 years. That may seem like an eon ago to you, but it seems like a flash in the pan to me. I vividly remember being accepted into the dental class, freshman dental class, 1968, and spending the next 4 years inside the former 4-story Chrysler building on East Jefferson Avenue in downtown Detroit. Those were the days of acrylic facings on Pontiacs, radiographs we had to develop and fix ourselves, soldering adjoining crowns to make bridges, and hoping above hope that you didn't melt the entire project with the blowtorch, and much, much more. Over the last 4 years, you have witnessed firsthand the epic advances within our profession with the emergence of digital dentistry, 3D printing, regenerative dentistry, same-day implants, laser dentistry, and the advantages of artificial intelligence relative to making automated diagnoses, disease prediction, and risk assessment, to name just a few of them. During my education here, I remember many incredible instructors like Doctors Don Picorni, Fritz Blake, Jim Potts, Francis Smith, Tom Singlin, to name a few. These former instructors were my mentors, just like you've had your favorites over the last 4 years of your education. Transformational figures like these gave me, as they have given you, a solid foundation on which to build upon. In 1973, a year after graduating from what was then the University of Detroit School of Dentistry, I began teaching here, first in the fixed partial denture department for 7 years, and then as an instructor on the clinic floor between 1995 and 2001. That's when I had the pleasure of meeting Dean Axu for the first time. He was a full-time clinical instructor with significant administrative responsibilities while I was there on an adjunct basis. I thoroughly enjoyed teaching there. I miss it. This may be the end of your formal training, but it's the beginning of a lifelong learning process for all of you. The payoffs are immeasurable. Your biggest beneficiaries, of course, will be your patients. Because of your continued education, you will literally transform lives of your patients. In addition to rendering dental services, in some instances, you may be your patient's only interaction with the outside world. You will make a significant impact on their lives too. Let me tell you about one of my patients, former patients, who altered my life without question. Her name was Gail. I was introduced to her through a letter she randomly sent out to every dentist in my area, pleading for help with her dental issue. In that letter, she stated that the last dentist she saw verbally abused her because of the condition of her mouth, and there refused to treat her. But I called her that day, the day that I received her written plea. When she came to my office, she admitted that she had been suicidal. I took that testimonial very seriously. She said she was losing all her close friends because of the condition of her mouth. During her oral examination, I didn't know what I was looking at. It turns out that she had been soaking small strips of paper towel in water and molding them over the jagged teeth that she had in her mouth. She refused to allow me to remove them to take x-rays. She said, just go ahead, take whatever x-rays you want. After viewing the radiographs, I was stunned. She required full mouth extractions. I made arrangements a week later to take her to the operating room of our local hospital, where under general anesthesia, I proceeded to remove all of her teeth. They were so severely decayed and broken down that none could be saved. Following a few weeks of initial healing, I was able to take impressions and begin constructing her denture. The day I seated the appliance, her daughter and husband were in the treatment room. I gave Gail a mirror to witness the final results. She immediately got out of her chair, hugged me tightly, and with tears in her eyes, said, "Thank you for giving me back my life." Thank you. Her daughter, that was 42 years ago, and I still get emotional. Her daughter and husband were just as emotional as I was. This was a life-changing moment for me, and you will experience many of the same in your careers. As you know, our profession continues to face many pressures from outside sources. It's important that we be allowed to make our own decisions. I encourage you to consider being part of organized dentistry if you haven't already been involved with ASDA. Your voices matter, so let them be heard. Your active involvement in your component, state, and the American Dental Association and National Dental Association will ensure that our profession remains autonomous. Consider also joining professional organizations like the Academy of General Dentistry that will not only enhance your professional objectives through continuing education, but also serve as an advocate for our profession's freedoms. Consider taking on leadership positions in these outstanding organizations as well. My next charge to you is in regards to your retirement, and I hope you heed this very seriously. I wish I had when I was there 52 years ago. Your financial futures are up to you. Manage your money wisely so as to create a positive financial destiny for yourselves and your families. If you're able, put away the maximum amount of money allowable into some type of tax-deferred investment vehicle. When you get my age, ancient, you will be glad you did. And finally, and maybe the most passionate plea that I have for you, is consider volunteering your clinical talents to those less fortunate, whether it be at home or abroad. It wasn't until I was in practice for 12 years that I could afford to travel to donate my professional talents. I was motivated early on by a humanitarian organization's creed that states, "Service to humanity is the best work of life." The Michigan Dental Association offers opportunity through their Missions of Mercy and their donated dental services programs. Take advantage of them. Over the span of 25 years between 1984 and 2009, I traveled to the Philippines first in the early 80s to treat Vietnamese boat people, then on 12 different occasions to Brazil on the Amazon River to carry out volunteer missions there. Each assignment was 1 month long. Not only were they exceptional experiences for me, but the gratitude shown on the patients' faces was heart-rending. These 13 missions gave me the opportunity to treat some 10,000 needy patients. As you know, because of these missions, I wrote a book in 2014 called In Chase of a Cause, in which I was thrilled to give each one of you a copy. It's a small way of me congratulating you for the hard work and efforts you put into the last 4 years of your education. The book offers a glimpse into the world of dental volunteering, as well as helpful hints on how to prepare for such missions. For the last 51 years, as a member of Rotary International, a global service organization, my life has been guided by their four-way test. And if you aren't familiar with it, it goes, first, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendship? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? To all the members of this outstanding graduating class of 2024 here at the University of Detroit Mercy School of Dentistry, I sincerely wish all of you the best as you embark on what will be decades of life-altering and rewarding experiences for your staff, for you, and your patients. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Chase. I'd like to introduce Ms. Myrna Tawfiq, class president of the dental hygiene class of 2024, who will speak on behalf of the graduating dental hygiene students. Ms. Tawfiq.
Good morning, and welcome again to our commencement ceremony of the Dental and Dental Hygiene Class of 2024. President Taylor, Provost Darkowski, Dean Aksu, esteemed dignitaries, outstanding faculty and staff, proud friends and family, and most importantly, the exceptional graduates of Class of 2024. My name is Myrna Tawfiq. I'm the Dental Hygiene Class President, and it's truly an honor to have you all here with us today. We understand that it might have been so hard to get glammed up for a Friday morning event, so we truly appreciate your time and presence and support on this special day. So, thank you. Before I dive into my speech, I want to take a moment to highlight some remarkable achievement of our dental hygiene class during our time at Detroit Mercy. From volunteering events to fundraising efforts, we've left our mark in more ways than one. We were able to provide oral hygiene education to hundreds of visitors for the Men's Health event at Ford Field, as well as the heartwarming experience of teaching children about oral health care at the Rochester Children's Library alongside the American Dental Hygiene Association and Ms. Sutton. We also were able to raise funds for a free dental clinic in Detroit and for breast cancer awareness. In regards to academia, my classmates' research on isolating institutional factors impacting our mental health in school won first place on Research Day, shedding light on a very important issue affecting our profession. We were also able to complete all our clinical requirements ahead of schedule and enrolled ourselves in clinical enrichment programs to serve more patients aside from our scheduled time in clinic. Our class achieved, and that's the most important, they achieved 100% passing rate for our clinical CDCA exam. Sorry, I should have said that better. Now, I'm not one to boast, but it's safe to say that our class set the bar pretty high. So here's to us, Dental Hygiene Class of 2024. When I first started the program, my goal was crystal clear. I need to get my license, become an outstanding dental hygienist, and work alongside my favorite dentist, my father, Dr. Tawfiq. With each milestone I achieved, whether it was acing an exam or mastering an instrumentation technique in clinic, my dream felt closer than ever. However, there was one unforgettable encounter that changed everything for me. I met a patient with cerebral palsy, which is a group of conditions that affect patients' movements and posture. This patient's oral health had been neglected for far too long due to their condition. They struggled to lie back, speak, keep their mouth open, swallow, and even keep their lips closed. So picture this: no suction, no rinsing, and relying only on hand instruments. But none of that mattered. I found myself determined to give them an unparalleled dental experience, and for over an hour, I poured my heart and soul into giving this patient the best care possible. And when I finally finished and handed them the mirror to see their teeth, their excitement and laughter echoed in the room. Their eyes welled up with tears, and in a moment of pure emotion before they left, they jumped out of the chair and hugged me so tight with such warmth and joy that moved me to my core. So I totally understand Dr. Chase. In that powerful moment, everything became clear for me. It wasn't just about obtaining a license or becoming a top-notch hygienist. It was about touching patients' hearts in that way, bringing smiles and making a genuine difference with every interaction I encountered. I know those are the moments I'm always going to count on to ignite my passion, and I'll be striving to recreate this moment repeatedly with every patient I meet. As I stand here today, I can't help but express my heartfelt gratitude. First and foremost, a huge shout out to our incredible faculty. You're the backbone of this incredible program, and we wouldn't have been the best in the state if it wasn't for your dedication and hard work. You've not only equipped us with the skills and knowledge we need to face the outside world, but have also guided us through the most humbling and empowering moments of our journey. We're now being called unicorns just because of you. I want to also extend my deepest appreciation to Detroit Mercy for planting in us a sense of duty to serve our community. Your nurturing environment has made each of us feel like we're part of a very close-knit family. No wonder why our dental world is so small. To my father, who I hold dear in my heart, this moment is dedicated to you. You planted the love of dentistry in my heart. I hope you're looking down from heaven with pride, saying, "That's my girl." And last but not least, to my classmates, you've been more than just study buddies. You've been there for each other. We've been there for each other through thick and thin, and I couldn't have made it through these past 2 years without you. Together, we've built very strong and special relationship and friendship that will last a lifetime. So as we turn our tassels today, let's remember, we are the greatest project that we'll ever get to work on. We're now ready to spread our wings and create magic. Congratulations, class of 2024. We absolutely rocked it, and I can't wait to see what each one of you will accomplish next. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Tawfiq. I'd like to invite Ms. Barakat Ahashmi, President of the dental class of 2024, will now speak on behalf of the graduating Doctor of Dental Surgery students.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace, mercy, and blessings of God be upon you all. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, President Taylor, Provost Arkowski, Dean Aksu, dignitaries, family, friends, and esteemed guests. I'd like to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to you all for being here today, for showing your support, and for sharing such a special moment with us all. To our faculty, I thank you for not only having shown us the art and science of dentistry, but also how to be compassionate caregivers, lifelong learners, and innovators in our field. It takes a lot of patience to deal with hungry and eager third-year students entering the clinic floor pushing to start treatments. And for overly confident D4s trying to test new injection techniques they just watched on an Instagram reel. Your guidance and mentorship of when to loosen the strings and tighten the strings has allowed us to flourish and become better individuals. You have enriched our clinical experience and shaped us into the professionals we are today, and for that, we thank you. As we gather here to celebrate our graduation day and the incredible journeys that have brought us to this point, I am humbled and honored to shed some light on my journey. I am the daughter of strong, brilliant immigrant parents. I grew up witnessing the extraordinary lengths my parents went to pursue a future for our family. Their journey to a new country was not just a physical relocation. It was a testament to their unwavering commitment to hard work and the pursuit of opportunity for themselves and for their children. My parents gave up their highly esteemed careers in their homeland country so that we may live a life free of fear and with endless opportunity. Their sacrifices and unwavering determination became the foundation upon which I built my own dreams. They instilled in me a burning desire to succeed, with values that would guide me through challenges ahead, such as hard work, love, integrity, and the importance of our religious beliefs to shape our characters and contribute to fulfilling and purposeful life. Their struggles serve as a beacon to guide me forward. However, my journey is just one part of the collective experience we share as a graduating class. Each of us has faced our own sets of challenges, overcome our own obstacles, and persevered in the pursuit of our dreams. I know we've all had those moments of doubt. Is it worth it? Watching our friends and families, milestones, weddings, having children, buying homes, moving to new places. It takes so much courage to wake up every day and choose discomfort and choose to delay gratification for the opportunity to make a difference in people's lives long term. I want you all to take a moment down memory lane and reflect back to just a few years ago. You were in undergrad, stressing about electrophilic aromatic substitutions, how to find the derivative of a function, and the difference between a prokaryote and a eukaryote. All while trying to silence those racing thoughts of, are you smart enough, well-rounded enough, skilled enough to get into dental school? I know, that was a little PTSD, but here you are today. Together, we have weathered the uncertainties of a global pandemic. COVID-19 hit us hard, and that meant adapting to new modes of learning and practicing dentistry a little bit differently. But with grace and determination, we were able to weather through the storm. We have supported each other through coffee runs, crying sessions, long pep talks, knowing that we are stronger together than we can ever be alone. As we stand here united by our shared experiences and determination, let us take a moment to reflect on the journey that has brought us to this point. Let us honor the sacrifices of those who came before us, our parents, our families, our mentors. We are more than just graduates, more than future dentists. We are symbols of perseverance and of hope. This degree not only equips us with the technical skills, but also instills in us the great responsibility to uphold those core values that have been embedded in all of us. You know the ones: non-maleficence, benevolence, veracity, to do no harm, to promote welfare in our communities, and to speak truthfully for the betterment of our patients. Yes, but also for the betterment of society as a whole. And in the spirit of that, I remind myself, and maybe even remind you, that sometimes upholding those core values that were drilled into all of us looks like partaking in difficult conversations, being a voice for the voiceless, and in our community, in our own communities and in the world. I know at times it might be easier to remain silent in the face of injustice for the sake of peace, but sometimes that peace we're achieving is a coercive peace, a negative peace. Now more than ever, the air is thick with uncertainty, and the fabric of society is strained. We are reminded that coercive peace can be far more harmful than sitting with tension or discomfort. As we navigate the complexities of our chosen profession, let us never forget the responsibility we have as healthcare providers, as leaders in our communities, to transcend social and political boundaries to create healthier and cohesive communities. Graduates, it has been a privilege to get to know each and every one of you and watch you grow. I wouldn't want to be on this journey with anyone else, and I'm honored to have been your president for the last 4 years. Congratulations to the greatest class to ever exist, class of 2024.
Thank you, Barakat. The candidates who have completed requirements for degrees and certificates will now be presented by the Dean of the School of Dentistry. The degrees and certificates will be awarded by President Taylor. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree in Dental Hygiene please rise? The candidates will be presented by Dean Aksu.
President Taylor, on behalf of the faculty of the Dental Hygiene program, I present these candidates for their bachelor's degree of science in dental hygiene and respectfully recommend that such degrees be conferred upon them.
Candidates, please be seated. Will the candidates for the degree of the Doctor of Dental Surgery, the Master of Science degree, and the certificates in Advanced Education in General Dentistry, Endodontics, Orthodontics, Periodontics, please rise? The candidates will be presented by Dean Aksu. Dean Aksu.
President Taylor, on behalf of the faculty of the School of Dentistry, I present these candidates for the degree of Doctor of Dental Surgery, the Master of Science degree, and the certificates in Advanced Education in General Dentistry, Endodontics, Orthodontics, and Periodontics, and respectfully recommend that such degrees and certificates be conferred upon them.
Will the graduates for the dental hygiene program rise and come forward when directed to do so by the deputy marshals?
Jawan Adib. Shafa Shagdari. Endali Aquino. Fatima Baidoun. Laja Desai. Kylie Fleck. Megan Gabriel. Maya Munzer Matuk. Rania Munzer Matuk. Ambra Muhai. Sabrine Newman. Elizabeth Ann Ostrowski. Haley Brianna Smith. Galia Sob. Myrna Taufik.
Still not, oh, there we go. Will the graduates from the Doctor of Dental Surgery program please rise and come forward when directed to do so by the deputy marshals?
Dr. Noor Abdul Jalil. Dr. Muhammad Abdus Samad. Dr. Julian Luis Acosta. Dr. Norhan Al-Jatani. Dr. Tamra Amar Al-Jurani. Dr. Rula Al-Anbaki. Dr. Jala El-Atasi. Dr. Masa El-Hawasli. Dr. Humza Ijlal Al-Ali. Dr. Judy Al-Jarrah. Dr. Michaela Almeida. Dr. Barakat El-Hashemi. Dr. Abdurrahman El-Musli. Dr. Ahmad El-Najjar. Dr. Eko Dama Amachi. Dr. Gloria Nana Ansa. Dr. Alejandro Arango. Dr. Hunter Mark Etchu. Dr. Shaza Ali Awad. Dr. Lynn Ayubi. Dr. Gali Balani. Dr. Harleen Kaur Bamra. Dr. Kamani Baxter Holiday. Dr. Alasia Bell. Dr. Nicholas Peter Belkey. Dr. Cody Ray Bollendorf. Dr. Kyle Noel Borton. Dr. Leah Brown. Dr. Sarah Shamsuddin. Dr. Lee Chen. Dr. Tavi Chin. Dr. Bethany Chung. Dr. Taylor Nicole Cogshell. Dr. Michael Giancarlo Cordera. Dr. Joseph McCain Corsten. Dr. Alina Dababna Bagaris. Dr. Khalil Fawad Dabaja. Dr. Sierra Latrice Dowland. Dr. Bryce Charles Dunstan. Dr. Tweet Back T. Young. Dr. Catherine L. Rada. Dr. Deanna Yusuf L. D. Rawi. Dr. Yahya Ibrahim Al-Mala. Dr. Adam Ibrahim Al-Mala. Dr. Brendan Gregory Enzer. Dr. Farah Atiba. Dr. Alexander Fazikas. Dr. Donald Reno Ferraro. Dr. Jonathan Daniel Figueroa. Dr. Adam Christopher Finn. Dr. Celeste Amor Fuentes Matson. Dr. Royce Anthony Garmo. Dr. Edie Gilda Gibson. Dr. Gurvinder Gill. Dr. Emmanuel Mina Gurgis. Dr. Claudia Gonzalez Figueroa. Dr. Jade Faith Gottschalk. Dr. Saima Hayder. Dr. Ann Hayta. Dr. Daleen Siham Hamoud. Dr. Malak Fadi Hamoud. Dr. Mohammed Hariri. Dr. Benjamin Timothy Harris. Dr. Yasmin Ibrahim Hassan. Dr. Wiam Ali Hazimi. Dr. Simerdeep Kaur Heher. Dr. Noah Patrick Horvat. Dr. Janeth Pereira Jayatalaki. Dr. Janae Felice Jones. Dr. Taylor Elnora Jones. Dr. Michaela Rose Jorgensen. Dr. Melinda Camille. Dr. Jacob James Kawas. Dr. Rachel Nantumbwe Kayango. Dr. Ali Kanafer. Dr. Kansa Kusro. Dr. Monica L. Castro. Austin Lamond, Dr. Austin Lamond. Dr. Maria Cecilia Latorre Sanchez. Dr. Alexis Lee Brown. Dr. Ha-Un Lee. Dr. Jenny Lee. Dr. Catherine Lee. Dr. Tala Majoub. Dr. Malvika Malik. Dr. Yasmin Masiri. Dr. Rodi Jamal Mati. Dr. Seth Aaron Mendel. Dr. Lauren Nicole Manier. Dr. Abdul Atik Mohammed. Dr. Ahmed Muafak Mohammed Ali. Dr. Saeed Mohibbi. Dr. Grace Marie Monette. Dr. Mario Morcos. Dr. Fadi Faris Musa Akari. Dr. Martin Murad. Dr. Tariq Nader. Dr. Ali Basim Naim. Dr. Chow Q Nguyen. Dr. Eve Ilya Nissan. Dr. Ola Jide Taimed Burte Ome. Dr. Yun Jun Park. Dr. Anupam Patil. Dr. Yashodhra Vivek Patil. Dr. David Spencer Perry. Dr. Sebastian Alberto Porras. Dr. Suman Raghavan. Dr. Kelsey Redwantz. Dr. Davin Vincenzo Renda. Dr. Ruba Gassan Real. Dr. Hussein Mohammed Rizk. Dr. Suk Hyun Ro. Dr. Ryan William Rowland. Dr. Alex Rosu. Dr. Zainab Saad Saad. Dr. Abanoob Saeed. Dr. Hannah Ali Salih. Dr. Renzo Sanchez. Dr. Sarah Sayeg. Dr. Donovan Sema. Dr. Basil Shabib. Dr. Mohammed Shabib. Dr. Evan Hochal Shin. Dr. Anishma Shrestha. Dr. Zoe Singer. Dr. Tony Sun. Dr. Mohammed Teya. Dr. Shane R. Thomas. Dr. Nuri Ray Turkoglu. Jordan Ray Valenti. Dr. Thasia Jade Margaret Vincent. Dr. Nardine Wahib. Dr. Ellie Sierra Wallace. Dr. William J. Ward. Dr. Maywish Wasim. Dr. Jordan William Wilbanks. Dr. Tony Bishara Yamin. Dr. Osama Yazbek. Dr. Angela Hana Yu. Dr. Mina Bassam Zachary. Dr. Paranaz Zari Bhavani.
Will the graduates from the Advanced Education in General Dentistry, Endodontics, Orthodontics, and Periodontics programs of the School of Dentistry please rise and come forward when directed to do so by the Deputy Marshals.
And from the Advanced Education in General Dentistry program, Dr. Jessica Bolus Aligni. Dr. Catherine Hornick. Dr. Pedram Kaje. Dr. Thomas Paul Meyering. Dr. Tierra Latrice Thompson. Dr. Marshall Allen Williams II. And from the Graduate Endodontics program, Dr. Matthew Connor Fenigstein. Dr. Swan Sia. And from the Graduate Orthodontics program, Dr. Jordan Ray Browning. Dr. Sidney F. Honley. Dr. Julia Celine Mastracci. Dr. Jordan McConnell Noble. Dr. Allison Yun. And from the Graduate Periodontics program, Dr. Mohammed Omar Jamal El Samurai. Dr. Naomi Perez Villanueva. And Dr. David Van Winkle.
Will all the graduates please rise?
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I confer upon you the degrees and certificates for which you have been recommended and pronounce you sons and daughters of the University of Detroit Mercy forever. Congratulations, class of 2024, Dental School.
Graduates, you may now move your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations. Please be seated. In just a moment, President Taylor will present the Student Mission Leadership Award, the Vivere Ex Mission Award, which means to live the mission, is presented to students who go beyond their academic and program requirements to live out the mission of Detroit Mercy. Every year, members of the university community are invited to recommend graduating students who exemplify the mission of the university by demonstrating the following core values: education of the whole person, service that leads to justice, recognition of the sacred in all, and building a community of inclusivity. These students embody what St. Ignatius described as love shown more in deeds than in words. A mission lamp is presented to the winners of the Vivere Ex Mission Award. Honor students who have fulfilled the call of Catherine McCauley, founder of the Sisters of Mercy, who said, "We should be shining lamps, giving light to all around us." I welcome back to the podium President Taylor.
This year's recipient of the School of Dentistry Vivere Ex Mission Award is Dr. Royce Anthony Garmo from the Doctor of Dental Surgery program. Dr. Garmo, would you please join me on the platform? Service work in the neighborhood and around the world, advocacy for the underserved, and inclusive leadership are the hallmarks of Royce Garmo's time at Detroit Mercy Dental. Royce is a leader in and out of the classroom. While pursuing his own academic goals, he tutors second-year dental students in suturing and mentors them in the challenges of clinic work. His aspiration to pursue an oral surgery residency underscores his commitment to advancing his knowledge and expertise in the field for better patient outcomes. His commitment to community service transcended geographical boundaries, providing dental care in rural areas such as the Upper Great Lakes Family Health Center, remote medical centers in Tennessee, and the Tibetan Children's Village in India. Closer to home, he organized pro bono services, secured COVID-related PPE donations during the pandemic. As president of the Dental Outreach and Community Service Organization, he led outreach events, conducted health screenings, and advocated for low-income individuals. He lobbied lawmakers and addressed crucial dental issues with leaders across the country. For his inspiring work toward creating an inclusive and thereby a more just world, the University of Detroit Mercy Dental School is proud to name Royce Garmo the 2024 Vivere Ex Missione honoree. Congratulations, Royce.
It's now my pleasure to introduce you to the president of our alumni board, Dr. Linda Dobus.
Class of 2024, faculty, staff, friends, and family. To say this is an important day is an understatement. On this day, the whole dental community officially welcomes our newest colleagues to the wonderful, ever-evolving field of dentistry. You will remember this day forever. You've been working towards this since you realized that dentistry was your calling. Once accepted to dental school, stuff really got real very quickly. The white coat ceremony, the facts and figures that were drilled into your head, that's a joke. The endless quizzes and competencies, well, bid them farewell. If you were like I was and thought, hey, what just happened, then you're off to a great start. A few things to keep in mind as you move forward. Number one, be confident, not arrogant. You've been taught by some of the best dental faculty in the world, and they really want you to succeed. Let's face it, if you excel in your field, we consider it a badge of honor to have you represent the University of Detroit Mercy. Your clinical skills should be a source of pride. Keep your standards high. Whether it's treatment planning a full mouth or maintaining your perio patients, you were taught to give the highest quality of care. Patients expect and deserve to trust you. Stay curious and engaged. As I mentioned earlier, dentistry continues to evolve. If you're unsure of a procedure or material or technique, do your due diligence to look up this procedure, technique, or material. You'll stay relevant and you'll stay busy. Number 4, be involved. Join your local and state dental society, as well as a study club. This is a fantastic way to network, discuss cases, and to learn. Do not back away from leadership positions. You had enough time for dental school, you'll have enough time to be involved with professional organizations. Number 5, give back. In a speech delivered in 1961, then President-elect John F. Kennedy said, "For of those to which much is given, much is required." See also the Bible, Luke 12:48. Learn from those ahead of you, and take care of those who will follow you. Support the University of Detroit Dental School, financially and with your time. Be a mentor, volunteer, and take advantage of the continuing education classes. This school has set you up to succeed, and I personally will be forever grateful for the time I spent here. Dentistry has been a wonderfully awesome field for me. This school has laid out a path for me to make a difference in my patients' lives as well as my own, as I've married my best friend and classmate, Dr. Brad Jude over there. One of my other classmates, Dr. Risto Urukulo, shout out to you too. Finally, as stated earlier, we want you to succeed. We will be your biggest cheerleaders. The faculty knows each and every one of you and have confidence in you. I have no doubt that you will make a difference. Now, onward.
Thank you, Dr. Dobus. I'm pleased to inform you that the Dental Alumni Association and the School of Dentistry cordially extends an invitation for everyone present to attend a reception today and celebrate this special day. It will be held immediately following the recessional across campus at the fountain, once outside of Calihan Hall. Go to your left and follow the graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more matter of business to conduct with our new graduates, and we need your assistance so this can be done quickly and smoothly as possible. We need them to walk across campus to the steps of the Student Union Plaza for a class photo. The recession will take place in order in which they arrive. We ask that you remain seated until after the graduates have exited the building, and then you may proceed to the reception at the fountain. We will have all of them join you at the reception as soon as possible. We also ask that the guests exit the arena immediately following the recessional so that the preparations can be made for the School of Law ceremony scheduled for this afternoon. Thank you for your cooperation. The recessional will now take place. Will all our graduates please remain seated while the president, honored guests, deans, and faculty members recess. The deputy marshals will let you know when it's time for each row to join in the recession. Guests, please remain seated until our graduates have exited the arena. Thank you very much for coming today.